Alright, I'm going to show you how to use my Pourable calculator for the pour bar cycle counts. It's pretty simple. You just go by a measuring system like I have over here in my awesome drawing. I have a full bottle here in 15 centimeters measured remaining in the other bottle, and here's how we use that. So let's say that we are measuring example flavor right here. I'm going to go ahead and clear this out of here. So what we have here in this column is the full bottles column. So all we have to do is tell it how many full bottles that we have. So in our example here for the example flavor, we've got one full bottle. So we'll just throw a 1 right in there. And then for the remaining bottle, what we do is we use a ruler and we'll measure it by centimeters. And you can do this as accurate as you want. I usually go by up to the half centimeter, but you can even go by 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, whatever. But for this instance, we're going to do this by 15 centimeters. So we just put, we got one full bottle here, sorry, and then over here we will do 15 centimeters. And what that does, let's go and remove that 15 real quick. You can see on our total side over here, we got a 960 because that is what a full bottle would be. And then if we throw that 15 back in here, right beside it, it shows us how much that is. So using math and stuff, you can tell that 15 centimeters would be the same thing as 680 milliliters in our bottle. And then the far right column will add this number here with the number of full bottles that we have. So that would be the 960 plus the 680. For the rest of everything up here, the nicotine is going to be a little bit of a weird one because we used to get them in 960 bottles. Now we get them in the other shaped bottles. I'm not too sure how big they are, but with that you might have to do a little bit of estimating. The easiest way that I would say to do it is, if you can, pour the entire nicotine bottle into the nicotine jug on the pour bar. And if you don't have the other thing to measure, then you don't have to worry about measuring it. Otherwise, if you have a full one, then you know how many milliliters of the nicotine that you have. For Coolada, menthol, sour, and sweet additives, it's all the same thing. They just have a smaller bottle, but the exact same way you will measure it. Let's pretend that this was a Coolada bottle. It wouldn't be 15 centimeters because that would be too big. But it would be something like you might have no full bottles of that, but you might have 3 centimeters left of that, and that'll take that measurement for you as well. With these 10, 30, 60, and 120 ml bottles, there's no calculations needed for that. You're just going to put the amount that you have after you count them. And that is how to use the calculator. For one more time, for the example flavor here that I gave, we have one full bottle. So I put that in the full bottle column. And then we have 15 centimeters of the remaining bottle, and I put that here. And then what we put in the stock taking will be the 1640 over here on the total. What I like to do is I like to go through the entire thing here and get it finished up, and then I can transfer all the numbers over to the stock taking. Keep in mind we do not have the freezer on here yet. If you want to do freezer, all you got to do is you can overwrite like the example flavor, or after you've already measured and submitted these 4 flavors, you can use these for your freezer anyway. Eventually I'll get a new one created where we have freezer and everything included.